Everybody, it's Adam. I'm back here with another video. Going to go over today's market and also what we can project for the future. So what are we seeing? We're up in this void again that we have up in here on the weekly time frame. So we are up in there, so I do not know what's going to happen next. So it's okay to feel that way. You don't need to know what's going to happen next to basically predict the future. Not financial advice, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But anyways, we're up in that area, and now we're just going to consolidate. Do we want to trade back down into this range, or do we want to break up higher? So now I'm going to be watching this short-term low. So the points that I'm going to have on my charts going forward is this short-term low here and these relative equal highs here. So if it was me and I was making the market, I know people are long and they have their stop loss here. I would sell off the market, take those lows, and then gravitate back up towards everybody that's short up here because the stop losses up here are up here and come up and take those highs. Then from there, depending on how energetic it wants to be, it can continue higher or consolidate more and come back into the range. I don't know yet. We got to wait for more information. If we do continue to sell off, I'm going to be looking down at this high here for this potential breaker to be met and possibly even down to here. If we can break down below these swing lows, we have all this liquidity down below here. But until then, until we get those breaker structures, I'm still going to be holding a bullish bias if we can just tap into here and come back towards these equal highs up there. Anyways, going into today's market, what did we see? All right, so I had this area over here on NQ. So I'm going to go over NQ first because I like the 30-minute gap that was up within here. So we have this 30-minute gap in here, and this was a valid point of interest for me. And price traded on up into this area, took out that high, came into this gap. So we took out liquidity above here, so that's the first part of our trading plan. Then we hit a higher time frame PD array, which is a premium discount array. And so we're in a premium up in this area. So now we have this fair value gap. So the higher time frame PD array is hit. Now we have to get in sync with order flow. Where's order flow? There's relative equal lows here, there's a gap down in here, and there's relative equal lows even down within here. So there's a nice drawn liquidity. So now order flow, how do we get towards that drawn liquidity? What is price telling us? What are the clues it's telling us to get down there? So going down to the 5-minute time frame, we have our market open Judas swing here. So this 5-minute time frame wicked up with no wicks down. Look at all the liquidity. So everybody long here from London and even Asia session. All their stop losses are down here, trailing. Market opens, rips on up, trail the stop loss. So there's a lot of stop losses here. People chasing the market think it's going to come up above this high and keep going. All right, so now it starts to shift down lower. But before it shifts down lower, where are the clues in the chart? One of the highest confirmations I use in almost all of my trades. There's ES over here on the left. The same equal lows, but look, we have this high here and a higher high here, but we make a lower high here. So that's bearish SMT divergence. So the smart money technique is showing that the shorts are loading up within the smart money. So that's what they're telling. So they're taking this high here, taking the liquidity one last time and trading back down. So now what's the 5-minute telling us? There is a strong market structure shift here on the 5-minute time frame right here. Also on ES right here as well. Look how we closed down below this inversion now. So this was a bullish fair value gap, tapped in, came back up with a wick, but it closed down below this inversion gap. So I'm actually going to mark up this inversion gap within here. So looking at this inversion gap right there, we trade down lower again, below it again, but down on the 2-minute time frame. This is where it's going to get really nice here in price action. So now we have this 2-minute inversion, same kind of concept. As we close down below there, we trade up on in. Notice how we take out this high here, but over here we just tap the low with the inversion, and it started to respect the inversion. I personally like that as a potential entry based on the SMT divergence we have here, higher time frame hit, liquidity taken above all the buy side highs. So we shifted down. Order flow is telling us based on all the clues it's leaving with SMT, below inversion gaps, using the wicks of these breakers, boom, trades down, comes away, continues to trade down. So this area where it goes sideways with the SMT up here on ES is a balanced price range. So based on it just going back and forth, finally trades away. This area, basically from here to here, I'm not looking for price to return back up into that area. So that's why stop loss could possibly be right up above the inversion. So here I like, but then the shift down lower, then looking at this area as well for another continuation on the 5-minute time frame. So either or is something that I like to look for. And this video is just basically just showing how price moves and why it moves in the direction it moves. So all the confirmations, but the drawn liquidity, where is it? Down below here, down below here, down below here. I had this up earlier. I think it was for all of these stops or something, but I don't know why that got mixed up. Anyways, just continue to gravitate down towards this low for institutional order flow on the way down. So if we go over here to ES again, you can still see price traded down, 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 down. Just watching and looking at price action, what it do, came up, hit this breaker, continue to trade down below the new week opening gap, continue to trade down. So that was it basically for that session, and then it came down, just continued its way down through all this price action back down into the range. ES, like I said, looking at this low, we have not yet hit it. I would expect it to possibly trade up higher and come back down and hit it within London or pre-New York tomorrow. I believe we have high impact news tomorrow at some point in the morning, so I'll be watching price action when that does happen. So yeah, that's basically it. There are some entries here during the afternoon session. Comes down fair value gap, use the fair value gap to continue price down lower within this range. Also the bearish SMT from this high to this high, so we make a higher high here but we make a lower high here on NASDAQ. So bearish SMT but continuing price down in the PM session towards that draw in liquidity. So it would be a draw, but it does not need to be hit, and then basically just consolidates. Nothing I really like within there. So this is a kind of a situation where it's like, okay, liquidity's taken, but now what, but the market just needs to demand patience for all of us traders. But yeah, not financial advice, just some guy here that likes to make these videos. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. So take it easy. Love y'all. Peace out.